Good morning, it's Wednesday, April 6th. So good to be with you this morning. This morning, we'll talk about grandparents. And what about grandparents? Why are they here? What's the purpose? What's the function? If you've reached that time of life when you're a grandparent, I'm a grandparent, and you can kind of feel like life has passed us by. Or we can start thinking about all the things that we could have done differently as parents. And we want another chance to do something over again. Don't even go there. That's not going to help you at all. God has called you as a grandparent to be someone who is a faithful representative of his character and who he is. In that sense, it's the calling that all of us have. But grandparents have a special opportunity to do that because you know your children. You know their great strengths, you know their great weaknesses. And too often, as grandparents, our tendency is to try and fix something that happened before. And like I said, we don't want to go there. We want to accept God's providence. Remember, as was said earlier in these videos on purpose and family, a man is to leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, unite to his wife, and they become a new one flesh relationship. The most important thing you can do as a grandparent is to respect and honor this new one flesh relationship. So you want to support and assist those things that are responsible, that you can help with, that you have the means to do so, but also you don't want to enable those things that are irresponsible and destructive. But you do that not primarily through teaching. That time has passed. You do that by demonstrating the character of God, the faithfulness of God, by growing your own relationship with God and with each other. If you still have, both grandmother, grandfather together. In my case, it's just me. The Lord took Ruth 9.5 years ago. But you want to be the best example you can of someone who has given their heart to God. Because that's what makes you attractive to your grandchildren. It will make them want to come to your children, and make them want to come to you. You can't force things on them. That's destructive. Even if you see them messing up, you can't force it. And we're going to talk in the next video about what happens when things are really bad or how you can help in those ways. But in the general way I'm talking about right now, you want to be a faithful witness to God working in you. As I've been saying all along for families, your goal is to be a refuge before you can be a resource. Especially true with grandparents and your children and your children's children. Because you want to be a part of seeing your children's children flourish in the kingdom of God. The way you get there is by honoring God first now, not trying to fix the past, not trying to correct everything. So that's why I say, you want to be supportive, you want to assist the things that are responsible, you want to not enable the things that are irresponsible. And so you could ask me the question, well, how do I know when to help? You know how to help them? Live such an attractive life and a faithful life that they come to you. That's the way you can help. If they do, don't jump all over them and start redoing everything. Just be gracious and grateful that they want to. Live such an attractive life that they want to come to you. Practice. Make the fruit of the Spirit part of your character more than it ever has been before. As a grandparent, you want to be dominated by love, by joy, by peace, by patience, by kindness, by goodness, faithfulness to God and to your children and grandchildren. You want to be gentle, and you want to demonstrate self-control. Self-control is maybe a challenge there because you see, well, if you just did this differently, that time is over. Let your grandchildren, let your children come to you for guidance. Let them ask you. If they're not asking, don't force. Continue being the person of character before God that's attractive. Build your relationship. If your communication skills, if have not been good in the past, make them new now. Work on your relationship with your spouse. Work on your relationship with trusting God. Realize that God is the ruler of all things, that He is the one who is working things in this world for His purpose. Embrace Joseph's understanding that even if things are meant for evil, God can mean it for good. You see, as a grandparent, you want to be a source of hope and encouragement, not an enablement for things that are wrong, but a source of hope and encouragement and faithfulness. And you do that with being content by God, praying that God, be content with God's actions, praying that God would give you the opportunities to be the resource that you want to be. But first of all, be that loving, compassionate refuge. Those are the things that will make you a strong grandparent. So just to summarize real quickly, don't try and redo and fix all your mistakes. Be compassionate, be caring, be loving. Be that refuge first, and grow your own character so that you demonstrate the fruit of the Spirit. And you see your children seeing something in you that just blows them away. We'll talk about specific problems that grandparents can have, but as grandparents, we have a beautiful opportunity. We're needed, sorely needed, not to fix things, but to show the beauty of God. And that's the thought for this morning. And thanks so much for being here, and Lord willing, we'll see you soon. If you haven't turned on post notifications and subscribe, think about doing that. Check us out, everydaytalk247.com. And Lord willing, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.